Wow. Run at that. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Sigourney Rosario, helping you to boss up in business, self-love, and in faith. Welcome back. So today is currently Sunday, and we leave for OTS on Tuesday. So we have a little bit of a 1 day, 2 day span. I am very excited about OTS. I feel peace. I think a lot of people are nervous, mainly like the non-party service. We have a whole group chat, and the group chat is going crazy. Okay, like I'm talking about, like, if I don't look at my phone for like 4 or 5 hours, I have 200 missed text messages. That's what I'm saying. When I say go crazy, I mean they going crazy in there. But we have somebody in there that already went through the process, and he's just giving us tips, pointers, all the different things. And for me, like I said in I think an earlier video, I'm looking at this as like summer camp. As a child, I would go to summer camp all the time, and one of the camps was called Camp Hoop There It Is, which is like, looking back, that's real ghetto. I don't know why they call that camp that, but it is what it is. We used to spend the night there. We used to do fun activities. Like, that was the whole thing. We used to also have a camp at church. So that's kind of how I'm looking at it. Like, I'm looking at it like I'm going to camp for 2 months. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but from what I could tell, from what I've heard, it's nothing compared to basic training. If I was able to get through basic training, this is nothing. Also, it looks like the MTIs are really bad on you, like the first week, and then after that, they lay off. So if I can just get through the first week and get through this first PT test, I'm good. I'm good. So I am pretty excited. I have been praying. I feel like God's presence, I know God's presence is always going to be with me, go before me, make a way for me. And I've been praying that I just connect with the right people. I have good energy around me. I've been praying I don't get sick, because I do not want to get sick. And I've been praying that I pass the academic and the physical requirements. And my prayer has been that I get my own room. I just want my own room. I don't care. So tomorrow we're going to pack up and we're going to move to another hotel. So what ended up happening was there was a little bit of a miscommunication. I tried to just extend it one night, but I guess if you book the military rate, you can't extend it one night. You have to do a whole nother booking. So when I did a whole nother booking for tomorrow, the military rate had pretty much increased, and it's over the per diem rate. It's over the lodging rate. So pretty much I have to get another hotel only for one night. Not as luxurious as this one, but it'll do. It's in the budget. Listen, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's literally right down the street. But I just really love this hotel. Like, I have like everything I could ever want, everything I could ever need. They give us free laundry. I have a full refrigerator, a microwave, a stove, place to wash dishes, a nice comfy bed. I mean, I love it here. I really do. This morning I woke up early, washed my hair, got my, my deep conditioner and everything washed out. I did my little nails. I just put on like this little clear, very faint color. And what else did I do? Oh, I got some food and came back to the room. I just got a little bit more like knickknacks that I know I was gonna need. But other than that, we're all set, ready to go for OTS. And I just been kind of getting quiet, just preparing myself mentally is the biggest. Preparing myself mentally is the biggest thing. I got this portable tea kettle also for OTS. I don't know if it's like allowed, but so pretty much I plan on bringing this little tumbler. I got this from my nail tech actually, and I have this portable tea kettle. So look, it warms up everything, and you just plug it into the wall, and it's literally hot tea on demand. So I thought that was pretty cool. But anywho, yeah, I don't have an update for you guys. Next time I'll come on the camera will be graduation and on the way to Virginia. So the plan is to stay the whole weekend in Atlanta. We're stopping at Charlotte Raleigh, and then I'll be in Virginia. We still don't have I'm not a hotel. We have all the hotels booked. We still don't have an apartment yet. So I was about to go through with this apartment, but it was some miscommunication between me and the landlord. There's a program in Virginia where they match the cost of your apartment. And because I'm not in Virginia, I couldn't apply for that program. So we're going to have to wait till I'm actually in Virginia, not necessarily to get the apartment, but to get that program so that I can give it to the landlord so that she can give me that discount. Because baby, run me up my military discount. Okay. So, but I can still get a apartment, but the move-in date would just have to be after I am actually in Virginia. And she was trying to get me to move in March, and it didn't work out. So it just wasn't for me, but I really want this 2-bedroom, 1 bath because it's in the price range. And yeah, I just feel like it'll be good. But anywho, everything else is going good. I've been talking to my family, talking to friends, talking to loved ones. I don't know how I feel, y'all. I just feel, I think everybody's taking it worse than I am. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Stuff like this I'm just used to, but like everybody else is like freaking out and stuff. I'm just like, y'all, I've done this before. Like, we've been here before, okay? But one of my best friends, she really touched me so much. It almost kind of like showed me how loved I am. Like, sometimes people love you, but to like see them love you is a different thing. So she was like, because I could tell her mood was off. Like, when I talk to my best friend, she's very energetic, very much like me. You know what I mean? She's like, she has her moments, but like for the most part, our personality is the same. And she was like, well, this is the longest we're gonna go without talking to each other. And she was like very much emotional. And I'm like, oh my goodness, like, you really are gonna miss me. It was just the cutest thing. I don't know. And then it really hit me like I'm really finna be out the grid. But it's such a good thing because I've been wanting to detox from like social media, mainly like TikTok. And I've had to like put so many people in a place on TikTok. I'm telling you, people be bold. People be so bold behind that screen. And I just be having to check people, like block people, delete people. So I'm like, you know what? I need this break. I feel like with Instagram, really don't give me no trouble. YouTube will have a couple of petty comments here and there, but it ain't nothing too crazy. People on TikTok, oh, they get real out the lip. And I be having to, check them. So I think I need a break from just social media. I will still be having videos go up, so you probably won't even know the difference that I'm even gone. But yeah, I've already pre-scheduled so many videos to where by the time it's actually time for me to record, I already have so many videos already up. So I did that on purpose because I just wanted to, continue to add value and stuff. And if I'm able to pick up the camera while at OTS, that'd be pretty dope. I highly, highly doubt that, but we'll see. Like I said, I saw one girl do it, and she did two YouTube videos while she was at OTS and just giving like updates and stuff. So that was pretty cool. So if I'm able to, I'll still bring my camera, but if not, you got to focus on graduating, okay? But yeah, it's a new chapter of my life. I am celebrating my birthday at OTS. I'm turning 33. And it's bittersweet. Today, the sermon talked about releasing control. And he talked about how, like, we as humans, not just himself, not just me, but just as humans, we want to have control over our life. We want to know where we're going, what we're doing. We want to feel like we're in control. And he said, control is actually an illusion. You don't have control. You don't have as much say-so over your life as you think. And sometimes, like, I've been thinking, like, today as I've been driving and, kind of running small errands, like, when I was born, you had this in mind for me, God. The whole time I was in college, you knew that I eventually, 15 years later, I was going to commission as an officer. When I was a 2-year-old, you had this in mind for me, God. So why would you have this in mind for me and not cause me to win, not cause me to succeed, not cause me to thrive. You wouldn't bring me this far and leave me, even though I had other plans for my life. And I've told this story countless times before about how the military was not even in my radar. I literally was on track to go to grad school to be a psychologist. And to see how God had to redirect me to this moment, I told God, I said, God, I'm committed. Because not only do I have to commit because this is a 10-year contract, I literally felt like I commissioned at the 10-year mark in my enlisted journey so that I can commission 10 years. And God is like, yeah, you stuck. You stuck like Chuck. And I feel like God is like, this is what I had for you the whole time. Because every single time it's time for me to re-enlist y'all, I be do I really want to do? And I'm not a person that's like stuck. Like, you know, there's some people who are like military. I was never that person. So for me, I'm like, hey, if it don't work out, if it ain't for me, if you want to be an entrepreneur, like let's say the word. And God keeps saying, I want you in this military. And it hit me when I was driving back from Georgia all the way to Alabama. It hit me, God, this is what you have. I don't know why it took me 10 years or why it took me 9 years to finally realize it. But it finally hit me like, God, you really want me to do the military. Like, you really, for whatever reason, y'all, I don't know why. But it literally, and like I said, I don't even think I fully processed what's going to happen when I commission. But I think as I was driving and as I was reflecting over my life, over my career, God is just giving me like, Sigourney, this is where I want you. This lane for military, Air Force, this is your lane. I want you to use this lane for my glory. I want you to use this lane so that people can see what's possible for them. And I don't know why it took me 10 years to realize this, y'all. Like I said, every single time it's time for me to re-enlist, I'd be like, God, you know what I'm saying? We don't have to go through with this. But because I am about to commission as an officer, I really have to do 10 years. That's the full contract. And God said, you doing 20. Whether you want to, I don't care. And so it circles back to that whole sermon I heard this morning of release control. Like, for so long, y'all, I have been trying to swerve in this other lane, swerve into this lane, swerve into that lane. And God keeps telling me, baby girl, this is your lane. So 2026 is the year that Sigourney Elise Rosario releases control over her life, releases the ideology of what could have happened, what should have happened, what didn't happen. This is the year when I turn 33 and Sigourney just says, not my will, but your will be done, God. You want me in the military? I'm going to be right here. I'm going to be faithful. I'm going to serve you, and I'm going to tell the folks it's all because of you. You want me to run my business while serving active duty, while doing a nonprofit, while speaking to these young girls? This is my lane. I'm going to run with it. And I'm going to be the best military officer that you have me to be, the best contracting officer that you have me to be, the best entrepreneur, the best author, the best speaker, whatever you have for me, God, I'm going to release it unto you, and I'm going to say, God, use me. There's so many years where I was trying to do this lane, this and that, and it didn't work out, and I was stressed out, and I was worried, and I was upset, and I was this, and I was that, and God is like, if you can just run this lane, if you can just run your race, you'll be good. And that's what I've been studying in the Bible. I've been reading about different kings that came from the lineage of David and how all of them had their faults. All of them were not perfect, and how some rose to the occasion and some fell to the occasion. But through it all, the ones who were faithful to God, they were surrendered to God. Even David, if we look at David and we look at his story, he wasn't perfect. Y'all know that man slept with Bathsheba and killed her husband. Y'all know the story. But what did David do? David was a faithful man. It talks about in the Bible about how he was a man after God's own heart. And I want to be a woman after God's own heart. It may not look like how I thought, sound like how I thought, be what I thought. But you know what, God? When I commissioned as a lieutenant, it is for your glory. And my dad told me that too, because we were talking, we had a really good conversation. And my mom passed away. Well, if you don't know, my mom passed away. And he was talking about how he feels like I had the best of both worlds in me. Like he sees so much in my mom's spirit of the caring, the loving, the smart, and he sees so much of him in me because my dad is a jokester. So like the funny version, the extrovertedness in me, he sees that in me as well. And he said, I am the perfect blend of both of my parents. And that really made me feel good. It just reminded me of how much God loves me and how much he's here with me and how good God is. And again, when I become a commissioned officer for the United States Air Force, it is not about Sigourney. It is about God getting the glory and him using me and him getting the glory through it. And even where I'm stationed at Virginia, I pray and hope that he would use me even in Virginia like he used me in Atlanta. I pray that he would use me in contracting, that I could be surrounded around great mentors and great leaders, and I just be my authentic self, like just show up in the world as myself. And I just feel like God is with me, y'all. So I know that was like a preached word, honey. I don't even know why that came from, where that came from, like why I even went in that direction, but here we are. So the conclusion of the story is your girl is ready for OTS. I'm ready. I'm excited for this new chapter of my life. And God is so good. Y'all, I did not see this. And I know y'all like, girl, how you didn't see this when you applied? I applied on faith. I only applied for OTS because my commander was bugging me, because my supervisor was bugging me into to see it actually play out. I'm like, wait, I was just doing this because y'all told me to do it. Like, nah, I really got to commit. Like, wait, 1 second. Hold on, Big G now. Wait 1 second. I see what you was doing there. Because my commander, he wasn't bugging nobody about no type of officer position but me. And he kept bugging me. Like, he wouldn't even be asking for my family, my friends, nothing. Well, how your man, or nothing like that. What about that commission package, Sergeant Rosario? I'm like, damn, you all about business. And the fact that we actually got it submitted before he retired, he would just be so proud of me. I'm going to have to send him pictures. And anywho, let me stop rambling because I'll go in a whole different direction. But anyways, I just want to thank y'all for taking this journey with me. By the time you see this video, your girl should have already commissioned. Your girl should have already, actually, by the time this video come up, this should probably be my graduation week. Yeah. So you should follow me on TikTok to get all the live updates. Follow me on the gram to get all the live updates. Y'all wish me luck. And just know that God is good. He is faithful. And he is everything to me. So, as always, I love you. But most importantly, God loves you. I will see y'all when I graduate. Bye.